What's up, Florida Gearheads? Today we're here in the Villages to talk to Mick about his car and whatever else he has to say, just to learn about him a little bit. What's up, Mick? How are you?
Oh, not so bad, thank you.
Good. So tell us a little bit about your car and stuff like that.
I have a 1915 Model T Ford pickup, which was imported from to the UK from the States. It was originally owned between 1972 and 1992 by Randy Meisner, who was the founder member of the Eagles, and his wife, his first wife, not. The Model Cs, there's not lots of them in the UK. They're mainly, I would say, they've got 150 members in the national club or chapter, as you would call them. Yeah. We take them out quite often as we can, but we have a lot of salt on our roads, especially in the winter months. So they have a tendency to be sort of laid up more than anything else, you know. The actual place where I live, there's roughly about four Model Ts. My friend, he has a 1926 one, which is a Tourer. Mine's classified as a pickup or runabout. There's a centre door, which is owned by a gentleman, but he's now getting a bit too old to actually drive it about, so it doesn't go very far. And then the other one's being renovated at the moment. Yeah. There's about 150 cars in our club, in the UK, but it covers the whole of the UK, and we don't necessarily get to meet very often. You know, if you live more on the outskirts, it's a bit difficult because you've either got to take your tea out on a trailer. Or it's difficult to drive because in the UK our roads are not quite as good as yours,
Right.
and it can be quite daunting trying to drive a Model T on a modern road. You know, with people haven't got the patience for them anymore. Yeah.
Oh no.
How did you get interested in Model Ts?
It was through a friend of mine actually. He imported his and he rebuilt it, and they've always fascinated me. And I thought I've got to have one. So I went out and bought it, and shall we say it's like one of the park rides at Orlando. It's the fear factor. Sometimes it's thrilling to drive, but it's also quite daunting. And if you make a mistake, it could be a little bit costly because it's not like driving a normal car. Anything you know about driving a normal car is forget it. We actually taught a 16-year-old girl how to drive it in 20 minutes, and she was steering it around as though there was no tomorrow, you know, although she'd been doing it all her life. But it's because she didn't know how to drive, you know. Because in the UK we have what you call stick shift, we call it manual, and if we're slowing down, we normally dip the clutch. Well, on a Model T, to dip the clutch means you're accelerating, you know, and it can be quite daunting.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot different, I'm guessing.
A lot different. Yeah.
Wow.
They have three pedals. The left-hand side one is the clutch, which is they have what they call planetary gears on them. The middle one is a reverse gear, and the one on the far right is the brake, and they all run off on shoes on the drum transmission, and that's basically how they operate. To start them, what you do is you get the engine started, and on the top, as Kevin will explain to you, there's an accelerator and a timer. So once you get the engine started, you leave it, give it a bit of acceleration, then you've got to get the timing just right on the left hand side, and then when you've got that ticking over nicely, what you do is your handbrake is in the middle, and then what you do is you start to press down on the clutch, and he starts off, and it gets you about 20 miles an hour. Then you push the handbrake forward, and then you kick the clutch, and it comes backwards, and then you're in the top gear, and then off you toddle. To stop them, you actually balance the clutch onto what they call the neutral in between, and then you play with the accelerator to up and down. Because there's no actual brakes on the wheels of a Model T Ford. There's only the handbrakes on the back. Some people do have brakes fitted, but it's an addition that's been brought into more modern times. But Yeah, they're a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I must admit, it was pure genius. The bloke that Ford that invented them.
It seems like you have a real passion for them.
It's you do after a while. They really get to you. It's difficult to explain, but it's not like modern driving. It's it's a whole new setup,
Yeah. It's a whole new world.
Yeah, it's a whole new world. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Florida Gearheads, and thank you, Mick, for having us and telling us a little bit about you and your car.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.